And good morning. It is the 4th day of August, 2024, Sunday. And rain, it was raining harder earlier. Actually, it's just let up a little bit, actually, which is nice. We got like 15 miles to Hanover. It's 7 o'clock. So I'd like to really make it by 2. Solar already left. I think he's a good 45 minutes ahead of me, but just leaving the tent site. Oh, and we are back on the AT. That's where we were last night. Thistle Hill shelter. So there's a bunch of people there last night. Some SOBOs. Definitely starting to see a few more SOBOs. I think I saw 5 yesterday. So, but they are saying, the SOBOs that is, that there's not that many of them, you know. I think it's hard to tell sometimes, but they could be just really spread out. But again, 15 miles. It's just supposed to rain off and on a little bit all day. Nothing crazy. That was the first time I did have to break down my tent in the rain in a while. It's pretty soaked, but we'll be spending the night tonight inside, so we'll get everything dried out. I got my backup sleep shorts on, but I know I'm going to be able to wash them tonight. My other ones I'd hung out, and they actually didn't get that wet in the rain under the trees, but I really didn't feel like putting those slimy buggers on this morning. All right, I'm gonna get hiking here. I gotta keep a good pace today. Not many, no breaks for lunch or anything like that. I got all my snacks packed in my pockets, so we get hiking, and I'll talk to you all soon. See ya. There's nothing better I like than the trail being like this after a rain. Pretty much anything dry you put on is going to be soaked, unfortunately. I wish I had my trimmer right now, or a heavy-duty weed whacker. I can see why people would get ticks on them through here. Sure, this is not fun. I don't even think it would be fun in dry weather, but it's definitely not fun after it poured all night. So much for my dry shorts and socks and shoes. Oh well, we'll keep going. All right, so we are entering the town of West Hartford, Vermont. Looks like a small little town. Library's right there. I didn't even check it for Wi-Fi this morning because I'm on a mission to Hanover. No time to dilly. So, but definitely a small little town. All right, it's about 11:30, and we're making our way to Hanover, slow but sure. just had a pretty close call back there. It was a little disturbing. I was hiking along and noticed I'd lost my hat. I'd put it right here, and I was going on and up, and I think my pole came up and hit it off, and I didn't notice until I noticed. So I had to walk back down a mountain 3/4 of a mile, and I found it. It was right there on the ground. So you know, some people at this point might say, well, oh, you're almost bugs itch, you're almost to Hanover, just buy a new hat there. Well, at this point in the hike, my hat is my, is like Wilson to Tom Hanks at this point, to be honest. And probably, I don't even know how far I would have hiked back, but I would have kept hiking until I found it. If it was my food, I'd have just kept going, but my hat, I'm going back for that. So anyway, it was a close call, but it's an extra 1.5 miles. I wasn't looking to hike today, but all's well. My sadness is gone, so, and I'll be in Hanover soon. So be back in a bit. All right, it is time again for another episode of QFTP, Questions from the People. And this one comes to you from my friend Ottavio. You may recognize him from one of my videos 2 or 3 days ago, maybe. He was a super trail angel for us. Came and met us in Killington and took us out to dinner and all. And let's find out what he wants to know.
Hey, Bobby, I got a great question for you. I was wondering, how do you coordinate all the food drops and supply drops that you're getting along the AT? And what's been the best one that you've gotten so far?
Thanks for the question, Owen. That's actually a great question. I'm glad you asked it for a couple of reasons. One was that I originally had planned on not doing any mail drops just because anecdotally or out there on the interwebs, mail drops, I heard a lot of negativity about them. I guess it's one of those things where if something bad happens to you once, it's gonna, it can kind of mess you up because you might having to take a 0 or something. So I can see how there's a lot of noise around them when they go bad. But honestly, I think I've done, off the top of my head, maybe 6. And they've gone awesome. I've been able to change up what foods I eat out here and the amounts I get and what I get, and definitely save money for sure. Just in probably the Snickers I've been sent alone pays for the postage, just in the savings from having to buy them at convenience stores or what have you. But honestly, the biggest key is the person back at home, and that's my wife. I've given her the trail name Logic because she is a very logical person, and she's doing all the logistics and things like that. So you need somebody who, knows what the heck they're doing and has a feel for how many miles a day you do and a lot of stuff like that. So, which she does, and she has, she's got an AT guide at home that she studies and stuff to find the best mail drops, because the best ones are the ones that are right on the trail that you go through. So I'm talking like Hot Springs, Damascus, Cheshire, even Killington was only a mile away. I'm sure there's some other ones that I'm missing, but it's nice when you literally walk right by the post office. Then you don't have to shuttle or anything like that. So yeah, great question, and having that person at home. You know, I can't imagine. I don't think it would have worked if I'd have boxed them up before I left, because my food needs would have all changed and the quantities and things like that. So the key is having someone at home who knows what they're doing. But great question, O. We'll talk to you again soon. See ya. Hello. There they are. There they are. My buddy Jim. Yeah.